Hey gamers, welcome back to another No Man's Sky video. I hope that everybody is doing absolutely fantastic today. And in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to get a squid kind of like this one right here, but it's not going to be white color with like the purple tips. It's going to be lime green with purple tips. So if you guys are either looking for a squid or maybe you just want to be able to sell it off and make some nanites, then this one is going to be better than the last video that I posted on it. The nice thing about the squids that I found out compared to any other exotic, it actually gives you 3 storage components or 3 storage augmentations, and it also gives you 3 S-class things that you can go in and sell, which you can sell for roughly 500 nanites a piece. It only takes about 2 minutes for each round, and it has a 90 to 95% chance that it will actually go ahead and spawn the first time. So if you guys are looking for a lime green squid, then this is definitely the video for you. Or if you want to make nanites, then this video is definitely the one for you guys. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Now there's going to be a couple things that you guys will need. You're going to obviously have access to a portal, which means that you've either finished the story or have gone out and manually like I did and gotten all 16 of the glyphs. I'm not going to cover that in today's video, but I just wanted you guys to be aware that that needs to be completed so that you can actually portal around. And then obviously the second requirement is to have a portal. So at my base planet that I use as where my base location is at, I just set up a personal computer so that I can actually teleport here at any time that I want to do this, which makes it really easy and convenient. So what we're going to do now is actually go ahead and input the code. So just go ahead and copy exactly what I go ahead and put in. And that is the code that you guys will need to know. So either pause the video, rewind it a little bit, go ahead and pause it, or you probably were able to keep up with it because I didn't speed it up during editing purposes. Now I'm going to keep this all just non-edited, so we're just going to go through it completely together. I'm going to go through it at least 2 times so that you guys can see everything that happens when you guys go here. And I'm going to tell you guys exactly what you need to do and where to go as soon as we get to the other side. But hopefully you guys are enjoying these No Man's Sky videos. If you guys are, then make sure that you guys go ahead and smack that like button, share with all your family and friends that loves playing No Man's Sky videos, because I want to be able to continue making this content. And if you guys like it, then you know what to do. But anyway, let's go ahead and get to our ship, wherever it's actually at right now. It was discovered by Dave, probably from the UK. And we're going to get into our gamer squid here, and we're going to go ahead and lift off. And we're just going to go straight to space, and then we're going to head off to the space station, which it should be off to our left. There it is. Now, I've done this one a few other times, which is very convenient, and it doesn't take that long to actually go ahead and warp or pulse over to the space station. And just a few seconds and we will get there, and then we just gotta go ahead and fly in and basically initiate the docking sequence. There we go. We'll fly in. Now, as soon as we fly in, obviously there's gonna be this like cutscene. It's not really a cutscene, but it's all part of it, and you can't do anything until it finishes. And as soon as you finish and you can actually exit your ship, you're gonna get a save point saved. Now, if you're trading this whatever one you are in, and say you have your ships and you can't buy anymore, then make sure that you switch prior to coming here if you already have a different ship. If you have less than 9 ships like I have, then it doesn't really matter. But what we're going to do is go ahead and just do an auto save, because we just had a save from the last thing that we just got done doing. And now I did say earlier that there's like a 90 to 95% chance that we should get a squid to come in the first wave. There obviously is sometimes where it won't, but it pretty much always will come in the second wave. So depending on what your loading times are, you can either wait for the second wave to come in, or you can just go ahead and reload your autosave. But right now, this is probably the most amount of waiting that you're going to do, is waiting for the first wave of ships to go ahead and actually show up. Now, as the day and night cycles kind of change in the system, what makes it really nice is when there is a light in the background, and it's kind of dark right now, but you will be able to see the silhouette of the squid coming in, depending on what time of day it actually is, when you're doing this. Now, obviously, if you're just coming here to get the squid and then moving on with the rest of your life, then no problem. You can go ahead and just buy it, exchange it, and then go ahead and leave. That's completely up to you. So we had one of our 4 ships come in for the first wave so far. We're waiting for a couple more. Now, the last time that I actually did this, I didn't get the squid the first wave. But actually, it looks like it's like almost the same exact order that we were getting the last time. And I don't like the darkness in the back there because I can't tell if something is coming in. That fighter is pretty regular here as well. Well, I mean, obviously all of these ships will be here pretty much all the time. And I can't tell that one. That one looks like it just has a single engine, so it could be the squid. Hard to tell. But if it's not, that yep, it is. But if it's not, then it's not the end of the world. So all we need to do is head on over to the green, lime green colored squid, and if this is the one that you want, you're done. Just go ahead and talk to the guy right here, and you know, buy the Lifeforms starship and make an offer on it, and then just go ahead and exchange it. So we're just going to go ahead and make an offer, and then we're going to negotiate the price. And then this one we're buying for 10.2 mil. So that's more towards the like the top end of paying for it. I have seen it as low as 5 million units. Now, you're not going to get all of this back, so just keep that in mind. So you're kind of exchanging money or units for nanites. So be aware of that prior to actually doing this. So if you want to just, if you have a ton of money, then obviously go ahead and do that like I do. I've got over 1 billion credits right now. It's really not that big of a deal. And we're gonna go ahead and scrap this for 7.2, so we wasted about 3 million units. Well, heck, I can do my normal thing, which is 100% legitimate, and I can make anywhere between 20 and 100 million every time that I sell this stuff. Now, if you're buying it and then just leaving, you're done with this. Now the rest of the video is for people that want to make nanites from it. So you would go over here, any one of these 4 vendors on this side, you're going to go ahead and talk to them. You're going to get to the purchase tab, and then you're going to go to the sell, and then you're going to see we got the 3 here. Now you can either sell these or you can keep them for another ship. Maybe you want to deck out another S-class. Maybe you're working on another class in general, not even an exotic. Maybe you're working on a solar and you just want these modules for it, then keep them. It's up to you. But eventually you will get to the point where you can actually go ahead and sell them. And like I said, they are about 500 nanites a piece, so that's almost 1,500 nanites right there for me. Now on top of that, if we actually take a look at my inventory just real quick in my exosuit, you can see that I've actually done this a few times already. And I've gotten 9 storage augmentations, and you get 3 from this. So you get 3 storage augmentations and then 3 S-class things. And then all we need to do is head on over to the ship that we came in. It will always bring the first one that's in your list, which for me it is the starter one, because I don't have very many ships. I only have, what, 4 ships, I think, technically. And then we're going to go ahead and get out of it. Go back into the ship, get out of it. We're going to have a point saved, and then we're just going to start the process all over again. So we're just going to go ahead, autosave or reload that autosave, and I am playing in normal mode. And obviously make sure that you guys are going here with your inventory not quite as full. My inventory is pretty full from things that I was doing earlier, and I had to actually sell some stuff prior to this video. But I just want to show you guys that you will get 3 storage augmentations from this. But we have a lot of, we got a little bit of space left, not a ton, but we have some. And now we just have to play the waiting game again, and we can hope and pray that we're going to get that 90 or that 9 out of 10 times that squid will come in the first wave. It is pretty consistent. And like I said, if it doesn't come in the first wave, it pretty much always will come in the second wave. It really just kind of your call about how much time you really want to wait for this. Obviously, I can't see the silhouette as easily because it is kind of a nighttime, or the sun isn't on the other side of the space station, so I can't really tell what's coming into the space station at all, which makes it a little bit rough because you're in the, I'm gonna call it the day. You can see the light out there. It just makes it a lot easier, and then you can kind of jump off the platform pretty quickly and identify it right off the bat, which makes it really nice. So there you go. There's that fighter again. And it seems to pretty often or not land on the right-hand side, which is kind of weird, but it does. And then we typically get a hauler in here of some kind. And then I can't remember what the other ship actually is, but you'll kind of get used to them after a little while. Now, the one thing I do like about the Squid versus some of the other ships is, even the other exotic ships, is it does give you more storage augmentations all the time. It always, no matter which color you go after, it will always give you 3, and it will always give you the same 3 S-class improvements or modules to upgrade it, which is pretty nice. All right, so we might not get a Squid this time around, but we'll see what comes in for the 4th ship. All we can do is hope, and it is not. So if that's the case, I'm kind of glad that this actually happened, but then we can just go ahead and reload that last autosave, because we don't need to create a new one, because we didn't get the ship that we needed to, so we're not selling it off, exchanging it, the stuff for nanites, and then having to basically force the reload. We can just go ahead and reload it right away. Now, you could have waited for the 2nd round if you really wanted to, but if I don't get the 1st round, for the most part, it's just a little bit quicker. You don't have to wait for those ships to go ahead and leave, and then you don't have to wait for the next wave to come in. I just feel like this saves you a little bit of time. Now, roughly, if you are consistently being able to get the Squid the 1st wave, which, like I said, is majority of the time, and then it only takes about 2 minutes to do each of these runs. So you can make 1,500 nanites in about 2 minutes of time. Is it probably the best, absolute best way of farming nanites? No, it's probably not, but it is a nice, legitimate way to go ahead and farm nanites if that's what you're using this video for. Now, we can only hope that the Squid does come in, hopefully pretty quickly. And I'm actually surprised that even the last time that I had done this and just now, I'm surprised that it hasn't come in the 1st round, because when I was doing this a couple days ago, when I had found out that the Squids actually gave you more components overall compared to any other exotic, I was getting the Squid coming in literally first, pretty consistently on the 1st wave. Like, it was the 1st ship docking versus like the 4th ship, or not even spawning the 1st wave at all. I can't imagine that this has changed in just a couple days that I've done this, but I guess it's always possible. There's that fighter. Come on, Squid. We're waiting for you. We're hopeful. What is this? A nice little shuttle? Yep. Little CCAS shuttle. I can't remember what that one. Well, it's just a normal, so it could be pretty much anything, I guess. B or a C, B, A, or an S. Wow, that one already took off already before the rest of the other ships got here. Interesting. That doesn't happen very often. Wow, when we still didn't get it this time around either. All right, so the game doesn't like me today apparently. So that's always lovely. So I guess what we'll do is just sit here and wait for the next round. All right, now you can actually see the Squid, or I thought I saw the Squid coming in, because you can see that it's a little bit lighter out there, and we can actually see stuff. So the Squid should be coming in, and like I said, it pretty much always does come in that 2nd wave if it doesn't come in the 1st, which I was surprised that the 1st, or those 2 times that we didn't get it that 1st round. But now we can just go ahead and rinse and repeat that process. Talk to the guy, make an offer on his ship, get through all this garbage, and then we can just go ahead and negotiate the price, and then buy for 8.7 this time. Come over here, fly up over here, or run up the stairs, I guess. Either way works just fine. And then we're gonna go ahead and scrap for 6,100 units. Yep. Give it to me already, please. Thank you very much. And then we're gonna go over here, talk to this guy, and purchase the upgrades, sell, and then sell, sell, and sell. It really is as simple as that. Hopefully this video does help you guys out. If it does, make sure that you guys go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe down below. It would help me out a lot and is greatly appreciated, and I'll see you guys in the next one.